Right. Let's have a looky. Now if I do this, and then this. Ooh. Sega! Here we are, Sonic 1. Alright, let's jump into it. It has thrown me onto a demo screen, sorry about that. I'll try and keep an eye on the chat as we go. Get a bit of back and forth going. What did I think of the Sonic 2 movie? I had conflicting thoughts on the Sonic 2 movie, shall we say. I thought the bits with Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Robotnik, really enjoyed that. Oh, I did enjoy that. Did not care for the bits with Tom, Maddie, Rachel, you know, the non-really Sonic characters. Like, didn't do anything for me. Some extremely unfunny comedy in those bits that just really didn't land. When the film decided it was going to stick to, you know, actually being a Sonic film and use the character that I had paid to see in the price of my admission, it was good. I enjoyed it. Anytime any of the actual Sega characters weren't on screen, just, for me, not so much. But, you know, it is nice that a lot of people really enjoyed it. I'm glad, you know, whichever way you slice it, it's nice that both of the Sonic films have been well received. I'm glad. Resurgence there, that's 100 rings, in case you wondered why I was going weirdly backwards there. Music is too fast to have next to that Sonic 1 cover. I know. I thought, shall I use the PAL version? But no, I decided to. Right. Okay. Not touching the controller. I just want to prove I wasn't making this up when I played Origins. Not touching the controller. Here's my hands. Not touching it. Not touching it. Not touching it. Takes you right to the angle. I told you they'd changed the physics and messed it up. Oh no! How do you do that? Music's slightly too loud. You guys want me to turn that down? I appreciate you making me not read much. I'm a Dragon Ball fan, and Dragon Ball fans don't read much. Hey, I can only speak for myself on that one. I've turned it down a smidge there. How's that sound? Is that any better? You know, by all means, guys, you know, I haven't used the webcam before, so obviously the different setup. Usually I have the headphones on. Let me know if you want me to turn it up, turn it down. We'll figure it out. I'm not going to be one of those streamers that's like super loud and shouty or whatever, because I got in trouble with the neighbours for doing that once, so I better not. Jaden Wallace, hello! Face cam, didn't expect that. Yeah, I got a webcam today, because some of the things I've got planned for later on in the month, I think are going to work better if I have a camera, so a little nip to Curry's in town. Which, for those of you who don't know, is a computer retailer here in Britain. Webcam, built-in mic, sorted. Oh no, 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 no! Get in! Yes! Ah, that's good. I'm glad it's better now. Alright, here's what's going to go wrong. Please don't expect me to get all of these. Just so as we're clear, over the course of the month, we're going to aim to finish each of the games as much as it's possible. Oh, not by doing that one, no. but I'm not going for 100% on them necessarily. If there's any that I'm confident I can get 100% on, I will try for it. But if it's looking like I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. You know, we're here to have a good time. I'm not going to worry too much about getting the perfect score and necessarily the best enemies. There's a couple of the games I know I can do it in, but I'm not going to worry too much. Let's stay having fun. Oh no. Your first game of the series was Sonic 06. Well, to be fair, that might be one of the better ones to start, because it's all uphill from there. Everything after that point can only be a good thing. I am not going to go... You know what? Let's go up. I don't usually go up. Not particularly. Oh my god. Oh no! So we're playing version 1 of the game where that happens. Oh my god, slow down. Alrighty, it's time. Getting hits off. Can't do that on Sonic Origins. One of the most iconic bosses in video games, of course. And that's how you do that. Hill Zone. Done. Oh no, to remind you of when Shadow gets hit in his game. Or Knuckles in Sonic Adventure. As is the meme, of course. The big red meme machine. Here's where it's all going to go absolutely sideways. Oh my goodness. Oh, for goodness sake. Why? So stupid. Absolutely nothing in this head of mine. From what I played of Unleashed, Spiky, I like Unleashed too. You know, I would agree with the consensus that the daytime stages are better than the nighttime stages in terms of fun. But I like it. It's a decent game. I'm gonna be honest, there aren't many Sonic games that I'm like, you know, that I outright am disdainful of, you know, and maybe part of that is the bias of being a lifelong fan, but I think some of the games that get a bad rap don't particularly deserve it. Sonic 1 is well placed in terms of balance of speed and platforming, varying it up. Yeah, that's a fair point. I was absolutely amazed to find out the Labyrinth Zone was supposed to be like the second level. Which to me says they didn't bother testing the level before they decided on the level order. But like when you think of, if you put it back in that order, if you put Labyrinth Zone second, the game's got a really interesting like visual storytelling to it. Starting the Green Hill Zone, a natural, perfect, untouched, beautiful green land, and then you'd have Labyrinth and Marble Zone, which would be ancient settlements, signs of humanity, but now in ruin. Then you'd have Spring Yard, which is a modern human sort of world. Starlight, which is a big industrial city. And then Scrap Brain Zone, which is of course a horrible nightmare of engineering and mechanical smog belching horrendousness. So it's like Green Hill Zone, you know, you start in the most like green and perfect and verdant place. It's like, this is what's at stake if you don't stop Robotnik. And Scrap Brain Zone is what the rest of the planet will look like if you fail to stop him. To me, that's just really clever storytelling. Excited for the upcoming Sonic game as well. Sonic Frontiers, I assume you mean. I am not sure what to feel on that, honestly. Like, it's a new Sonic game, so of course I'm going to buy it. Of course I'm a big Sonic idiot. But I'm kind of wary from what I've seen. Like, I'll be honest, I haven't been watching much of IGN's coverage of it, so there's probably a lot of stuff I haven't seen yet. You know, that's on me. But the open world bits look very empty to me. The enemy designs look very any other game, you know? They look like sort of generic JRPG robots rather than Sonic robots. And you know, in context, in the story, I'm sure there's a reason for that. But it's given me kind of cause for concern here and now. They unveiled Sonic's like friend in the story. Sage is the name of the character. And they look like such a generic anime character, and I'm just really wary because I'm getting kind of familiar vibes from when we've had games in the past where they've mixed up Sonic's style with things that just aesthetically don't mix. You know? So I'm wary. I'm hoping it's good. I'm not sure about the focus on combat. It feels to me like that might be something that I'll grow to like. That was rubbish, why did I do that? I don't know, I'm being wary. It's probably gonna be fine. And like, to be fair, IGN have given it loads of coverage, and I can't imagine they'd do that unless they thought there was something there, because IGN haven't always been tremendously kind to the series. Like, I've got no doubt that Sega have, like, paid them a little bit to do that. That's, you know, that's whatever, that's games journalism for you. But at the same time, the fact that they're devoting so much coverage to it, to me that just seems like a good thing, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Need another year to work on it, polish it up. Seems like one of those that'll either be a pleasant surprise like Unleashed or a disaster, hoping for the best. Do you know what, Gwen? You're not the first one that's I've seen said that Sage looks like Infinite from Sonic Forces, and that's fine because Infinite is cool. Let me pass. But I imagine it's probably a coincidence, you know, just... Whoa! Having that. It's the old black and red character design again, isn't it? You know, Shadow, Infinite, now Sage. They all kinda melt into one after a while, don't they? Oh no. Oh, fiddlesticks. I was going to raise up a little bit higher. That's so annoying, I reckon we'd have got a special stage out of that. Never mind. Sorry, I'm dual screening. I've got the laptop that way, I've got the PC that way. Trying to monitor far too many things at once, honestly. By the way, to those of you that were watching me recently, and you may recall I trying to work out why I couldn't get my stream notifications to work. Couldn't figure it out. Turns out I'd manually switched them all off for a stream I did about a year and a half ago, so whoops, that's me being stupid. It's random. Oh, alright, because you've got to roll down there. Oh no. No, stop singing. Stop singing, you fool. Hello! Welcome to the chat, buddy! Nana! How are ya? Welcome! Keep singing, yeah, alright then. I want people to keep watching, I don't want to drive off. I've been avoiding any info so I can go in blind. I hear people have been kind of underwhelmed. I think we're all a little bit wary, you know? Cautious optimism. Like I said, I'm clearly playing it anyway. It's obviously a day one purchase for me because I'm a diseased-brained Sonic fan, you know? Oh no, come on, what am I doing? Oh, Nana, now that you're here, there's something that I have at the ready that you'll be very, very pleased to see. Oh, for goodness, actual sake. Whoa! I'm on the clock, but I work from home. The work is slow, so fuck it. Homer, we love a skiving king. It extends to bathroom breaks. Always toilet on company time. It's not so easy for me because I'm a delivery driver. I can't really do that. I can't really go to customers like, "Hello, can I use your toilet, please?" That's a bit weird. Oh, that seemed ill-advised. Oh no, it might be alright. Oh no, I was not alright. Game audio's a tad loud. I'll turn it down a little. There we go. How's that? Is that any better? Still sort of getting used to this new setup, so probably going to be a lot of fiddling with settings today. But, oh, for goodness, actual sake, that is better, brilliant. Don't hesitate to let me know if streams, like, you know, if one volume's too loud or too quiet or whatever, guys. It's really helpful for me to know. I appreciate it. Do not feel like you can't speak up on that one. Nana, you're going to have to wait and see what it is that I've got ready, but I thought of you as I prepared it. I just want you to know that. You know you were in my head and in my heart. Don't ask barge in and use that toilet. Yeah, but I deliver, like, pet supplies and stuff, so if I barge in, I'm just going to get dogs leaping up and tearing my throat out. And then I'll pee myself. Oh no. Should have known that was there. But I'm very stupid. Oh my goodness. Right, I believe it's boss time. Not to be confused with Sasha Banks, obviously. Oh god. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not too challenging, that one. Wait till you deliver bird food, I'm sure you can defeat a bird. That's mean, why would I do that? Okay. We're at the end of the zone. Here's what I had at the ready, Nana. I'm staying hydrated, look. I know it's very important to you. Marble Zone down! Sonic has passed Act 3. Sonic has passed a kidney stone. The greatest gift, water. Oh gosh. The yard of the Springstings. I hope you guys like the sound effect that like the bumpers make, because you're going to hear it a lot in this level. Bottle of water in chat. We love to see it. Shout out to Wooder. I love how since that happened, Johnny has never dared criticize my pronunciation of water ever again. Water. That does sound pretty fun, Homer. How, like, have you heard of... Okay, I'm gonna have to give you a little context now, otherwise I'm just gonna sound like a crazy person. Whoa, my god. So there's a YouTube channel called Silver Gunner, and they host video game music. So, some cheeky individual decided to create a channel called Siva Gunner, and the second I is uppercase, so it looks like Silver Gunner. And they have... It's kind of mashup music, it's kind of parody, but it's like, oh, bugger my fart. I got hit there the other night as well on Origins. But it's like, they'll take the instrumentation of a game music and turn it into another tune. So you've got... Like one of the most common running gags is they'll use like the sound font of a game and turn it into the Flintstones theme tune. What the? What are you doing? Yeah, I think you're right there, Spikey. Like the open world thing does seem to be.
Thank you for following the channel, buddy.
Oh my goodness me, it's the in thing at the minute. Michael Jean, thank you for the follow. Gallagher, bonsoir yourself! How are we doing? Good to see you again. It's really funny, like check it out, it's so funny. Like, the beauty of it is, because you can't tell it apart from the actual Silver Gunner channel, like, so many people search for video game music and get the wrong one. It's great. Oh, I don't know why I'm criticising him. I'm more holding the controller. Michael! Good to finally put a face to the voice. Oh. I'm sorry that it's this face, is all I can say. Top Super Kicker, LT Stream, yay! Hello! Oh no, oh no, I've made a terrible mistake. A friend of mine sent me a Snapchat video of that area the other day and how he was completely stuck in all the bumpers at the bottom. Nightmare scenario. Oh my good lord. Oh. It's got me on edge. Spring Yard Zone's making me lose my mind. Oh no. Are we near the end? I think we are. Hey! Alright, let's see if we can get this one. Looks great, must be because of the nice chilled water. Oh, this chilled water you mean? Oh, bloody hell. Shouldn't have done that. Showing off for the chat, trying to be funny. upgrades. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Every time I play this now, I'm reminded of when I went to the National Video Game Museum. They were doing a couple of different, like, exhibits, I guess? When it's a video game museum, your exhibits are a video game, obviously. But they had, like, a couple of tellies set up. One had Sonic 1, one had Street Fighter 2, and they both had a big arcade button in front of them. And it was quite funny, like, the caption underneath it was like, oh, you know, sometimes don't you just want to just get straight to the bonus game? And then if you pressed the button, it loaded up a save state where it just like threw you to like either like the car braking bonus from Street Fighter or the Sonic 1 special stage. So you could just attempt it over and over and over again and just keep on tapping the button. It was quite a fun, novel little idea. It's great, by the way. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, I appreciate I've got people in from all corners here tonight, but if you're in the UK and if you're in a position to visit Sheffield, I really recommend the National Video Game Museum. It's a great day out. You can make a full day of it. You know, there's loads of games to play, all set to free play. You know, the arcade machines, they don't charge for them, so you can play some of the classic arcade titles of yesteryear, not spend a single can't penny. And there's some I can't reach that. How odd. There's some modern classics as well. There's one of the Sonic arcade games, or like the racing games, or there was when I was there, I should say. That may have changed, I don't know. You're very welcome. It's a lovely day out. Yeah, I'm not too fond of the Sonic 1 special stages myself, Homer, but I don't know. So, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Ah, jeez. I don't like a lot of the special stages in the series, if I'm honest, but I do admit that's because I'm bad at them. But that's, in a way, that's... Oh, Willy on toast. That's kind of by design, you know, you're not meant to walk in and waltz through them. Getting the Emerald is meant to be a reward, you know, getting Super Sonic is meant to be a really big reward. So making them hard is not a bad choice by design. The Sonic 3 and Knuckles ones I can do quite well, but that's because it's my favourite game and I know it really well, like inside and out, almost. So, please don't think I'm terribly impressive when we get that far into the month. I'm just a big nerdo that's played it loads. Once went to a pop-up thing advertising all of Disney's musicals in London that I covered for a website. In one of the rooms they had the Mega Drive version of Aladdin on an arcade cabinet, so I spent 10 minutes playing through. Oh, that is a cool memory one. Do you know what? Ooh, hello. Ooh, I sang it. Oh my god. My very first Mega Drive memory was of Disney Aladdin. I went to see Aladdin in the cinema as a kid with my parents. And we got out of, you know, when the film finished, we got out into the foyer, and there in the foyer was a Sega Mega Drive with Aladdin on it. You know, oh no, that was bad. Sega obviously doing some kind of like cross promotion, and it worked. So that Christmas I got a Mega Drive with Aladdin as the back-end game. Which, incidentally, if you follow me on YouTube, youtube.com/BuzzBomber, much like the Sonic baddie, recently I uploaded a podcast that I did with my good friends Stuart Jipp and Shay McDonald. And we called it Video Games the Official Podcast. We did a pilot episode and then never actually went any further with it, and we talked about Disney's Aladdin on the Mega Drive on that one. Right, I don't have any rings, so I'm going to have to make this count. Oh, look at that, there aren't any hideous boxes in this version. Me whinging about Sonic Origins. Sonic Origins isn't like the worst thing I've ever played, but it's like, it's kind of an open goal, you know? Oh god, that was bad! I just lost 2 lives in rapid succession there. Start playing carefully. Alright. Come on, you. What in the... Excuse me one moment. Yes, I'm cheating with a save state. Alright, worst comes to worst, guys. Obviously the Sonic 1 level select is really easy, so we can jump straight back in if I lose all my lives, don't worry. Now I have to do the whole level again. That's not annoying at all. But it's my own stupid fault for being bad at the game. So I'm not allowed to complain about it. By the way, I've tried to surround myself with Sonic-y things. I've got a big Sonic picture behind me. I don't know how well that's showing up on the stream there. I have a little crocheted Sonic here. It's made by a friend of my mum. And then we have this fella. It's the plush. We don't really call them plush toys. They're cuddly toys. That's what we call them in Britain. It's the cuddly Sonic that I had when I was a kid. When I was a little dinky LT. Wearing a Sonic shirt as well, probably should have shown that off earlier. Let's get it up to camera. That was a gift from my friend Steph. There will be much Sonic fashion throughout the course of Sonic Month. I bet I can't outrun that now. Oh, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try. Oh, he's done it, lads. He's only gonna done it. Okay. Oh no. Oh no! Spring Yard Zone, putting me through our pieces here tonight. Did you have the Sonic duvet covers and curtains as a kid? Of course I did. I'd still be at my mum's house somewhere. I've still got my Sonic bin, waste paper bin. It's a little bent out of shape, but beautiful. Sonic on the starry background is the iconic 90s British child Sonic thing, wasn't it? Did you ever have the little plastic Sonic toys of Badniks and stuff? Sadly got rid of mine when I was a kid, but found the crab meat one years later. I think I had the Chopper Badnik, if I remember right. The red one from the Green Hill Zone. There's that many like piranha Badniks, it's difficult to remember which one's which. But yeah, lovely little toy. I don't know where that is. Again, probably in a box somewhere at my mum's. Those toys are so cool. And now they are so freaking valuable. They fetch astronomic amounts of money on eBay. Gotcha! So, that's right, Splats had a toy, the old rabbit, who finally made the debut in Sonic Mania. Charlene Denise, hello! Welcome aboard! Enjoy! Surprised I never dressed as Sonic for Halloween as a kid. Do you know what? One of the oh, I'm sorry, Labyrinth. So I'm just gonna press the old save state button there. Yeah, you all know that's just right. One of the artists for Sonic the Comic, Ferran Rodriguez, he lives in Catalonia. For he is indeed Catalonian, which would explain why. and his first piece of Sonic art came out as his daughter was born, so like he's always felt that connection there. And there's a photo somewhere of her as a little teeny tiny kid dressed as Sonic to go, I think to like some variety of festival or another, which is so cute. Love Farrah, such a lovely guy. Call this zone the death zone. Oh, this is the bane of my friggin' life. I think this is probably the third time I've streamed this zone on this channel, and never goes in my favour. One there, one there. What is this level doing? And one there. This is very pointless. I'm being cautious though, because I don't like dying. I don't like drowning, it's bad. Alright, come on Sonic, get the run up. There we go, that's that. This is a pretty iconic sound effect. Sonic giving the old glug glug. Tread Cutter, hey! At Retro Shopping today, saw the Neo Geo Pocket Color version of Sonic. And you thought of me, aww. It's good to know that I'm leaving an impression on people. Even if it is just as a big Sonic weirdo. Oh, God almighty! Every time I forget that's there. No! No! Willies. Can I get it? Oh, I can get it from that way. Okay, that's much easier. I'm bad at games. Drowning music is heart-pumping terrifyingness. Hopefully we're not going to hear it. Oh no! I got stabbed up the bum by a spear. Well, we've all been there, haven't we? Oh, what's that? You haven't? Oh, okay. Oh, God almighty. Through the brain as well. He's not having a good day. Oh, crikey. Oh, crikey. That water just rose at a tremendous rate. Might as well show it off. Heart-stopping stuff, that. Back in '96, this was the first game I played on the Sega Mega Drive. Oh! What a first game, though. Oh, crikey. I'm not playing well at all. I wanted to get revenge on him, but I've only ended up drowning. Oh gosh, oh no. Ring, please. Split second that was. Ridiculous. It's got to be one of the most well-known jingles in gaming, hasn't it? Purely because of how it terrified us all as kids, I think. Oh, okay, that seems like the way out from another path. Banked one down. Christmas present alongside Sonic 2. Oh, that's a good Christmas. Get the old save state to push there. Listen, I'm risking nothing in Labyrinth, so nothing. If I'm gonna get a game over, it's probably gonna be in this zone. And I don't want that. See, I'm using modern save state trickery. Fine, sue me. What's that about? Who placed those bubbles? Oh god, oh jeez. Oh, that was foolish. I really should have got an air bubble there. Okay, come on. Was paying attention. What an idiot. Oh god. I forgot that was coming. It startled the crap out of me. The old hidden switch inside the computer monitor trick. Well, we've all used that before. Oh god, I hate the freaking labyrinth zone, man. No! Bad and toilet. Really thought I was about to be skewered there. I wish you guys could see how physically tense I am right now. Like, my arms and legs are just like... That freaks me out. Oh god. Oh no 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 no! That was mean. That was so mean. And then that. First Genesis game I played was Sonic 2. That's a good one as well. Do I have a favourite zone in this game? I mean, Green Hill's the most iconic one, I think, but I quite like the Starlight Zone. You know, it's the fast, speedy roller coaster zone, really, isn't it? You know, okay, not happening again. Damn you. Oh no! I mean, the music in the whole game is fantastic. No denying it. Oh my god, no, no! I was thinking to myself earlier, like, even the people that don't like Sonic games would have to admit Sonic music's really good. Seeing a lot of love for Starlight in the chat. Music in the background, fun one to zoom through, yep. Somewhere I've got, whether it's on my laptop or whether it's on like my external hard drive, I've got like an album of Dreams Come True tracks, and it's weird hearing things like, you know, the Sonic 2 ending with lyrics, but obviously they're in Japanese, so I can't understand what they're saying, but I hate the labyrinth zone so much. What is the point of that? There's nothing there. Oh my goodness. Ah. It's putting my heart in my mouth. I honestly can't believe this was nearly the second level. That's crazy to me. There's so much going on in this zone. Oh my good god. Ridiculous. The music was the one thing that was finished in 06. Yeah, like that's kind of the uniting thing in that game. Even the fans that agree it's terrible would be like, yeah, but the music's good. And can't deny that. That's the wrong way. Do not go the wrong way. Button. Oxygen, please. Why do I think we're coming up on the end? Are we? No, not quite. There should be a fan in that section, surely. The one rising water. Oh, the Mega Mac in Chemical Plant. Enough for the fear of God in me as a kid in the second zone, let alone a full water. So yeah, that nearly took a mace to the face. That section terrified me as a kid. I mean, I can do it no problem now, but as a wee little tiny LT, the one. Did you ever have one of the when you were a kid? Did you ever have one of those moments where you just completely freak out and over something totally irrational? The one that did that to me was Sonic Spinball, right? And I know what you're thinking, that's a stupid thing to get scared of. The first time I managed to get into the boss room of the first level, Scorpius is the name of the boss, it's an enormous scorpion with Robotnik's face on it. I got to drown. Wow, that was close. I was so freaked out by like the visual coupled with the music. I was like, right, this is going off. I just turned the game off in fear. It was fine though. Like next time I got back in, I just forward to my one. I think I realised I was just being very silly. Do I have a favourite music track for the franchise? Oh man, you are asking a big old question there. Oh no! Oh, I've killed myself. It's happened again. Oh, thank God for that. That didn't happen the other day, did it? When I was playing Origins, I just drowned and died there. Okay, it is the shaft. I will try to do this and not drown. Favorite music track? God. Hydro City. Very fond of Hydro City. Act 1 and 2. I like the... oh god. I like the Blue Sphere theme, I guess. It's best known for. It's the Continue theme as well on Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's quite a fun little ditty. Though admittedly, of course, not a level theme. Oof, don't do this to me, don't you do this to me! Fuck you for putting me through that. Most of the Sonic 3 soundtrack, to be honest, is great. Tidal Tempest from Sonic City. Oh, that one's a beaut. Stardust Speedway, yes. Casino Night, beautiful jazzy tune. Okay, I am save stating, but I feel pretty confident with Starlight, don't worry. Nana, you are 100,000,000% right. That's why I don't like coming back to this game very often, because that section alone puts the fear of God in me. That's not to say I don't enjoy this game, because I do, I love it, but anytime that I'm like, oh shit, I'm playing Sonic 1, just immediately, like, Labyrinth Zone. Just the vision in my head, like, you know, actually, don't fancy it that much. I'll tell you what I do fancy though, that's the extra life up there. Oh well, never mind, I guess we're not going that way. I played through... Sweet Jesus! Right, okay, let's see how it's going to be. I played through a ROM hack that was Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles all stitched together in one game, and Labyrinth Zone did me in so many bloody times. I really should try and go up there, shouldn't I? Can I do it? There we go, good enough speed now. It's probably like the ultimate nightmare zone for me in the original. Why did I do that? God almighty. Didn't die though, I'm a pro. Oh, I'm really not. I didn't die because I was
Thank you for following the channel, buddy.
forcing myself to be cautious. Charlene, thank you for the follow. Oh, Godfire.
Thank you for following the channel, buddy.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Nana, thanks for the follow. Oh, poo-poo wee-wee. That was my own stupid fault for being bad at games. Well, at least that extra life is pretty easy to grab. We'll just keep doing so until I get better at the level. Which will be never. Yeah, the background looks amazing. Like, I think it's called parallax scrolling. Fuck me, I did that again. What an idiot. So you've got like different layers in the background. So obviously on this one you've got the cityscape. You've got like 2 or 3 different levels of stars that are moving at different speeds as Sonic moves. So it just gives this amazing sense of depth. It's gorgeous. Do you know what? I'm not going that way. Fuck that. Oh, I am going that way. Oh well, guess I'll die. No, if I can go that far back. There we go. Because the Mega Drive couldn't do Mode 7 scrolling, which is what the SNES had. Parallax was one of the big tricks that it had. I've got to go this way, fantastic. Well, at least now I've got the invincibility. Because the thing is, like, people tend to forget, by the time the SNES came to the market, the Mega Drive was actually getting on in years. It had already been out for a little while at that point. And then continued on till about 96, 97. It's like Sega really didn't want to let it go, and I kind of can't blame them because it was easily their biggest success story. Obviously we know what happened from there. The wrong company won the console wars, that's all I'm gonna say. Next time Nintendo being weird about their old IPs, you just think about old Sega. How nice they are with fan games and things like that, eh? Think on. Did it have blast processing? I think that... confidentially, between you and me, I think blast processing wasn't real. I think they made it up. Don't tell anyone. Is this the original or Origins? Bob, welcome to the chat. This is the original. I played through Origins last week. So I am playing the originals, playing the classics for Sonic Month here on the channel. Oh my god, what happened there? Emerald Chaos, hello! It's going very well, thanks, how are you? The quote James Stephanie Sterling, pirating Nintendo is always morally justified. Hey, do you know what? Honestly, I am more than happy to buy Nintendo games. But you know what, Nintendo? You gotta make them available, dickhead. Oh, sweet God. Heart was in the mouth there, I can tell you. Like, to me, it's insane that they've had, since the Wii, they've had the Virtual Console. And it's like... I remember an old webcomic, the name of which eludes me, I'm afraid, but it was a very funny video game webcomic. I know, I'm surprised to learn they exist as well. Oh, look at that, that's a good little bonus, isn't it? And one of the comics that's always stuck with me in the memory is talking about the Virtual Console, and like one of the characters is saying, well, I don't understand why they don't just put all of the old games on the Virtual Console. And one of the others was like, well, it's probably a complicated process for it. No, it's a very easy process. Step 1, put all the games on the Virtual Console. Step 2, there is no step 2. You have finished. And I kind of agree, like... Yeah, alright, fair enough, you know, like your third-party games that Nintendo don't own the rights to. Obviously that's different, but why is Nintendo's entire library not available? That was Toilet, by the way. Why can you not play every Nintendo game on the Switch? Up to, say, the GameCube. Obviously I appreciate the GameCube's a much larger file size, I get it. 5 lives, let's get the old button push there. I apologise that I'm the save state scumming, guys, but we are playing casually for fun, so don't think too harshly of me. Much as I love Sega's creative stuff, they have a history of incredibly dodgy management decisions. That they do. I think it's become increasingly well documented over the years that... What's the point of these springs? Like, the different arms of Sega just not interested in working together at all. Like, Sega of Japan, Sega of America didn't want to know. Oh god, why? Sega Europe, I think they were just off doing their own little thing. Hence the subject matter we will get onto later when I put this baby to bed. You know, we're quite near the end of the game now. It's a fairly good record for me, this. Been playing Sonic CD lately. What do you think to it, Charlie? What's your opinion on the old Sonic CD there? Oh my sweet god above. Is the lore chat coming after the game? Oh, you better believe it. You're getting a bedtime story. I'm reading you a little bedtime story. You guys better be appreciative, you know. That's fire. That's fire as well. Enjoying it, thank you very much. Good, I'm glad. Sonic CD is sweet mother of God. Oh god, it's bombs. Sonic CD is a game, like, originally when I played it, I was like, I don't get this at all. This is like, this is the one that everyone says is the best. I felt like a complete, what the freaking hell's going on here? Look at this, that's weird. I felt like a total Philistine for not getting it, honestly. And then I realised I was playing it wrong. Sonic CD is not meant to be played like the other Sonic games. And I think that's why most people that don't get on with it, don't get on with it, and that's fine, but once I figured out the correct way to play it, so to speak, it suddenly just opened itself up, and I just love it. It's great. Boss time! Yeah, I've never seen that room before either, that's really weird. Oh, gosh, flipping darn it. Would you cooperate? That was rubbish. I don't know what I was thinking of there. This is a fun boss. It's kind of a pain in the backside, but it's fun. Fun throwing bombs in Robotnik's face, really. Oh my god. Oh, that was terrible. Rubbish. Get the ring. I wish there was a version of CD where you could customise which level has which theme. I love the Japan soundtrack, but not the boss theme compared to North America. I am very surprised that that wasn't a feature in the 2011 version of the game. Like customising which version of the soundtrack for which level. God, finally, that took forever. You know, being able to pick stage by stage which tune you like. That's such a no-brainer to me. Surely they must have thought of that. Are we at the last zone? We are. Crikey. Time to get hydrated. Good stuff. Alright. Feeling pretty good. Scrap Brain Zone is challenging and I'm probably going to take a lot of hits, but it's fun. I do like it. It's a good level. Haven't quite reached the final zone, which was the name of my old webcomic. Oh, is that where your username came from? Get ready for bomb pigs. We love a bomb pig. Whoa! Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Dare they do that? They're amazing! Welcome to the chat. ALT, also you have a face. I know. See, if you guys follow me on the old twitter.com, it's not unusual for me to have the other photos of myself on there. Oh god, wow, that was ridiculous. There he is, there's Ballhog. Oh, come on now. Not having that. Oh god almighty. Pain in my arse. Get ready for splats, wait a minute. I'd used the name Final as a forum username before, that kind of made it stick. Oh, there we go. What was the webcomic about? I must know. We're putting you on the spot now, Gwen. This is now the Gwen Q&A chat. Into the factory. And there's a little face in the background. We love the little face. Oh, that wasn't very good. It's so strange, like, harkening back to a time when the different zones don't have their own unique badniks. You know, that's such a staple of the series now, where there's like the same handful used pretty much throughout the game in this. It's pretty interesting to me. Oh my good lord! Okay. Timing on this, gonna be interesting. Wow, I cannot believe I pulled that off. What is that about? Do you know the Act 3 shortcut, i.e. Yes! Whether I can pull it off is a different matter. Again, we have established I'm not good at games. The original premise was a few silly animations where my OC tried to use the Sonic 2 Hidden Palace Emerald to go super and span off into my own little Sonic continuity. Mostly very cringeworthy but fun to make at the time. And that is the whole joy of being in a community as wonderfully creative as this one. Do you know, honestly, I had a conversation with someone the other day. A bugger me, that was bad. It was like, we need to stop seeing cringe for things like that, and you know, it's like, fuck, that was bad. Like, you know, embrace it, you know? I just said you know like 500 fucking times in a row there because I can't speak because I'm an imbecile. We're all a little bit lame and dumb when we're a teenager, don't worry, you're not alone there. There are adults in the Sonic franchise that are more cringe than some of the kids. That's what I get from the look at the screen. Embrace that creativity. Impressed at how you managed to maneuver hard spots but run into simple obstacles. It's because I'm stupid, you know? I'm like a, an idiot savant. It's more if I'd say it's aged very poorly rather than animating stuff in Flash. I did amateur stuff in GIF form. Ah yeah, well Flash has been turned off and GIFs have not, so I think you were ahead of the curve on that one. Think on. I have no idea what route I'm going on. Oh god almighty, what? That's not even attached to anything. Also, you animated stuff in GIF form, which puts you ahead of so many people who were making webcomics at the time. I can't animate stuff now. I'm from the UK, I hope you don't mind me asking where you're from. Of course I don't mind, no, not at all. I am from Chesterfield in Derbyshire. Oh, good, it's one of these. Oh no! Oh, that felt reasonably unavoidable. Oh my god! The game's trying to freak me out. Oh my sweet god almighty! This factory cannot possibly be up to health and safety standards. No way. The health and safety executive would have a fit. I love with you being one of the few animated sprite comics out there. I tell you, ahead of the curve. For some reason I always thought you'd be around Leicester. Similar accent to a lot of my friends from around that way. I am not looking at the screen and getting hit repeatedly. I'll see you at the end. I live not far from Manchester. One of my closest friends lives in Stockport. It's not far from Manchester. All English cities sound like areas in Skyrim. I'll take that as a compliment. Robotnik would tear down the factory if it was up to health and safety standards. Yeah, you're probably shortcut time, I believe. We'll see. We'll see how good I am. That fiend Robotnik, he's dropped me into the dreams. Keep on doing that. And then, oh, was that? I think this is right. Oh my god, why? I'm gonna get hit by that, yep. Rings, yes, good. I can't see where they are going. Whoa! This does not feel like a shortcut, this feels like a get smacked in the face curve. Oxygen, please. Goodness gracious me. Do you know what, let's see what's the other way. That was the whole of that route, let's show off this route, I guess. And you guys can see the whole picture. Looking after your Sonic education here on this channel, you know. So far, much fewer traps on this route, it's got to be said. Am I more likely to drown? Not keen on drowning. It's a bad time. I've absolutely lost all sense of direction. I'll have that though. Take that. Please, 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 please. Fucking hell. My toes are all clenched up and curled up. You don't want to know what my bum cheeks are doing. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. No, no, no. No, no. No, no, no. No! Fuck! I was going to say going in Final Zone with 0 rings for verisimilitude. I remembered a friend suggesting a story with a Sonic clone called Verisimilitude. That's incredible!
Thank you for following the channel, buddy!
That's so good! Acecroft Elite, hello! Welcome! You jinxed that for me. No, not really. Welcome, good to have you, mate. The fact that I didn't get the checkpoint is what stung the most about that, honestly. So bizarrely, even though this is full of traps, this seems like a safer route. It seems much more likely to drown on the other path. I don't... As stated, I don't really want that in my life. Love breathing. So good at breathing, they are going to do it in my sleep. Come on! Come on! Oh my god. We're gonna get to the end of the game, but I'm gonna have an aneurysm first. I don't even need it! this! Got one life left. I'm safe state there. I don't care. I don't care. You see how hunched over I am? You see how tense this thing's making me? Farty knackerpants. No, not happening. You gotta admire how the game designers are like, hey, you know that level that we decided was really difficult? Let's do another one of them. Okay. We'll pretend we didn't see that. Thank you, Darby. I would really appreciate it if you did. Pretend I'm good at games. No. So bad at games. Mother of... Fuck off. I was going into this like, I'm not gonna swear. I'm not going to swear, I'm going to be so polite, so well behaved. I'm not going to say any naughty words, and then this happened. I'm only human. I'm only human, I've got my limits, you know? I take so much. Abuse, torture, punishment. I'm just a man, you know? I've got my limits. Working out a few now, I'll be off work till Tuesday. Awesome! Long weekend, we like them. Nearly got that right in the face there. Designing a final act and realised they couldn't top Labyrinth for difficulty, so went more of that. Yeah, probably. Save state before... That's a good idea. Why am I not doing that? Stupid. Sonic and Swear goes hand in hand. Take it from a Sonic Adventure speedrunner. I cannot imagine the frustration. We're just normal men. We're just innocent men. Alright. We're in the finals now. I only got one life. So I gotta save state. So make it count. Holy moly. One life, live it, as they say. Come on. Come on. I believe he's always in a set order in these. I could be wrong. I don't think it's random. Because I remember seeing a speedrun of the game once, and the split for this boss fight was like 1, 4, 2, 3 or whatever the order was. So either it's not random or it's from a pool of options. Who knows? Handsome postcard to the usual address, that was rubbish. I apologise that I'm not currently paying attention to the chat, I'm focusing a little bit harder than usual. Where are you? Yes. Oh, and one last thing, just before you go. Get down there! Sonic 1. done. Easy first try, that's right. Oh, you can manipulate, okay. Thank you very much, guys. On to Sonic CD. Not tonight, we're spreading things out. Tomorrow we'll be doing the 8-bit version of Sonic 1. Oh, we're moving on to something a little special. You guys get a special bedtime story courtesy of you good old storyteller here. There may be a quiz, I haven't decided. Lovely little medley this, absolutely. Boom, 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 boom. Look at all these names in the credits from people that were not receiving adequate credit back in the day. They're all under pseudonyms. Nakamura gets credited, you can believe that. Quite right too, so he should be. Coming soon, Waku Waku Sonic Patrol car. Yes. Oh, you better believe I've covered all the bases. I'm not messing around, I'm doing this properly. Obviously for things like that, they're only a few minutes long. I'll have something else to keep us entertained, don't worry. Dramatic reading of the Space Sonic origin story when? In about 2 minutes, probably. Oh well, 2 out of 6 ain't bad. It's terrible.